I am DLee, and I sold 20,000 copies of my book within the first year of being a self-published author. And the question that I get most is, was it hard? My answer, no, it was exceptionally easy. Yes, it was really easy. Because I was at the bottom of the totem pole of the economic system here in America. Because I had no job. I couldn't get no job because of my criminal background. I had no opportunities, no resources. As a matter of fact, I'm not even college educated. I don't have a college degree. All I have is a high school diploma. I was living in my mother's house on her grace and mercy with a child on my hip as a single mother. The only thing I saw in front of me was a computer and internet and just the ideas and thoughts I had in my mind. And I said, I refuse for this to be my life, being broke. So I took my story, the thing that was causing me so much pain, the thing that I was trying to even hide. I mean, nobody walks up to anyone and says, hey, I'm Desiree and I'm a convicted felon. Nobody is proud or wears their past mistakes as a badge of honor. And what is so aha to me is that the very thing that I was once ashamed of is the very thing that catapulted me to my success. And so what I did was I used transferable skills. I said, if Walmart can find a corner and sell its products, get its products for pennies on a dollar, and the thing that I found out is that product doesn't even have any products of its own. It doesn't use marketing platforms of its own. Of course it spends marketing dollars, we all know that, but is there anything that's made by Walmart? And so what I did was I had to get creative as a self-published author and said, you know what? I cannot do this on my own. And in my pursuit of preventing other teenagers from incarcerations, I knew that they needed money in their pocket. I knew that they had to have some other type of way to make money in order to survive in this world, to survive in America. And so what I did was that I built my own affiliate marketing system that killed two birds with one stone. One, I'm keeping the young person from selling drugs on the street by now selling books. And I also got help from them by putting my book in as many hands as possible. The goal as a self-published author is not to make the most money you can, guys. You will make a lot of money by just getting your book in as many hands as possible. And when that goal was in the forefront of my mind is to get this story in as many hands as possible. We never know whose hands it will touch that will attach you to or give you the keys to where you need to go in your next route. And I knew I didn't have the keys in my hand. I mean, I knew of the doors, but I didn't even know all the doors that I had to walk through in order to gain my success or to even stand on the mountain of success. I just knew that it took the power of strangers. You see, strangers make you rich. See, the problem is that you guys have been looking to your family, to your friends. You haven't been looking at to other influencers and everything else. But I'm telling you, if you want to be successful, you have to meet more strangers. You never know. I mean, there used to be this thing that says, well, we're separated by 6 degrees, but I really believe that we're separated by 1, especially with internet and social media and groups and friends and people that send us messages on social media and in our DMs, right? It definitely does go down in a DM. But what I'm trying to really express here on this talk with you guys is that we have to put more emphasis on strangers. And if you want to sell 20,000 copies of your book, when people ask me that, I look at them and I say, it wasn't hard at all. And not only do I say it's hard, I look at them like they're insane. Like, are you serious? 20,000 copies is not a lot, even though it exceeded my expectations, but it's still not a lot. If you just have one goal, you wake up and you say, you know what, today I'm gonna have an inch. Be the caterpillar that used to be the butterfly that used to be the caterpillar. Just take 1 inch across that pavement, 1 inch. So every single day I just made it a goal. I just said, hey, look, if I have one young person to sell 10 books a day, how many books is that? That's 70 books a week. And 70 books a week turns into 280 books a month. And then I said to myself, well, if I had 10 young people to do the same thing, and I mean, even at the bare minimum, just 10 books a day. Wow, guys, it's 2,800 books a month. Then you multiply that times a year, and then you tell me, and multiply that times 12 months, and you tell me how many books that is. Just think about it. And when you break things, if you break the elephant down in little chunks, you'll be able to overcome it. So then the impossible no longer becomes the impossible. It now becomes possible. The hard never becomes hard anymore. It becomes easy. The reality of it is that you don't have to work hard for your success, and you don't have to work hard for money. It's just there. You can get there faster together than you can ever do alone. Now, if I was to do it myself, it will take me years to get 20,000 copies of my book. But when I really realized that I need help of strangers, people who believe in my story, not believe in me, but believe in my story, believe in my purpose, believe in what I'm doing it for, believe in my movement, I can accomplish anything. And together we can conquer and change the world. And you can just do that with the people who is around you. So what I'm telling you right now is that strangers make you rich. That 20,000 copies of your book can turn into 20,000 copies a month. Don't look at your book as one book, one person. Look at your book as bulk. You are the icon that everyone has been waiting for. You are the story that gives other people power and permission to do the same. You are the light that shines bright in someone else's darkness. You are the beacon that shows people the way, that shows people that it's possible, that shows people that they don't have to stay where they are. So I say to you, you too can sell 20,000 copies of your book. And it's not hard at all, as a matter of fact.